Hey y'all, it's your girl Becca D and I'm back with another video, period. So as you could tell by the title, today I'm gonna be getting real deep with y'all. I'm gonna be getting real transparent with y'all. I'm gonna be sharing my testimony of how God moved me to Atlanta into a beautiful high-rise luxury apartment. And your girl did not have the funds like that, okay? I did not do this on my own. So I'm making this video because I'm giving God the glory, I'm giving him the praise, and I want to share my testimony to encourage somebody else who might be going through something similar. Because the Bible says we overcome things by hearing each other's testimonies. So I want to do my job, I want to do my part and make sure that I share my testimony with y'all. And of course, y'all already know, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Please hit the like button, comment on this video, all that good stuff, baby. So I guess I'll start back to when I was living in my parents' home. This was like mid-COVID, in the middle of COVID. And I remember it was so weird. It was after I started my business. And I had just started seeing visions of myself in an apartment. And I was like, apartment, like why would I be in an apartment? I just started seeing visions. I remember it was this one vision in particular that really stood out to me, and in the vision I had seen myself in an apartment and it was really nice, really clean. It was definitely giving like a luxury. It was giving my taste. So I had seen, it was really pretty. It was it had marble counters and it had lights falling over the marble counter. And I'll never forget this vision because it just looks so much better than what I could have ever visioned for myself. You know what I mean? So I see myself in this apartment and I was on my knees literally praying to God and I was glowing. So I didn't know what that vision meant, but I had just seen it and I just kind of kept it in the back of my head. I was like, okay, that's weird. Like I'm over here seeing myself in an apartment. All right. And I remember like a couple of days later, maybe even a week later, I woke up and I literally heard the words, start packing. And as soon as I heard those words, I seen moving boxes in my mind. And it was so crazy because I literally just woke up out of sleep. Like I wasn't thinking about anything. I literally just woke up and out of nowhere, it just hit me like start packing. And I saw moving boxes. I was like, yo, how am I over here having a vision about an apartment and now I'm hearing like start packing, I'm seeing moving boxes, like what is going on? So I started praying about it because I was like, God, you know, are you trying to say something to me? Like, am I moving? Like, what's going on? And so I was praying and it was so crazy because the more I prayed, it's like the more I kept seeing stuff. Like I started seeing U-Haul trucks and moving trucks and just movers coming in and out of the trucks, moving boxes. The more I was praying and I was like, why am I seeing this stuff? Like there's no way I'm moving. Like where would I even move to, you know? And this time of my life was really, really crazy because I had left my job. I wasn't working. I was just working on my business. I had just started doing praise and worship for my church. I was just literally leaning on God to take care of me because I had just got a car in November and I didn't have a job to pay the car with. So I was literally living by faith. So when I seen like the vision and I kept praying, I seen the moving boxes, I was like, there's no way I'm moving with no money. Like, there's no way. So literally I just keep praying on it, but I didn't act because I was like, if it's anything about the God that I serve, he's going to confirm it to me. He's going to tell me where I'm going. Like, I'm not going to be confused. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like, okay, like God may be communicating to me something about my future. This is like September-ish. I think school had just started. Yeah, I think school had just started and we was online because of COVID. So I was just praying, trying to listen for answers, but still continuing my life. I wasn't letting it become like super, you know, I wasn't getting absorbed in this whole like, am I moving, am I not moving? I was just listening, praying about it and just moving on with life. So I remember I started praying to God about where I would even be moving to because I felt like he was definitely moving me, but the question was where. So I was praying, I was asking, and I literally heard nothing. I didn't see any any signs of where I would be moving to. I didn't know where I was going to be moving to. And then literally my school hit me up, and this club that I was a part of freshman year, it's called Bethel Campus Fellowship. They teach Bible study, Sisters Fellowship, Men's Fellowship. They had reached out to me. They asked me to be vice president. So I was like, vice president? I never see myself doing nothing like that. I always see myself being more so like, you know, in the background, things like that. So I was like, vice president of this club? Like, I don't know about that. And so one of the past leaders had reached out to me, and she was like, Rebecca, like, you haven't responded to the request we sent you. And I was like, girl, I don't think I'm gonna do it, but I just don't know how to tell y'all no. And she was like, why don't you want to do it? And I was like, I just feel like I'm not able to. Like, I feel like I'm not a good enough Christian to be serving to that capacity. I feel like I'm not strong enough and things like that. And she was just basically telling me how, like, their process of picking leaders is like they pray and they listen for God to tell them who to choose. And then on top of that, she was talking to me about the other leaders in the Bible who they didn't feel qualified, but God still called them. And it was crazy because I was convinced that I was not going to do it. Like, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I was so convinced I wasn't going to do it. But when the more and more she kept talking to me, like, I could see how God would be pulling me in this direction to grow me and to develop my character and to build me in the faith. So I was like, you know, you got a point or whatever, like, I'm gonna pray about it. And she was like, okay, just go ahead and pray about it, like, you know, let us know. So I prayed about it, and it was so crazy because when I prayed about it, it's almost like I saw it in my head, like me just being in Atlanta on campus serving in that ministry. That drive is not smooth, like, it's not close, you know, so it'd be really time consuming, a lot of gas. It's just not really realistic for me to be commuting, I felt like. Because also, like, with my business, I knew I wouldn't be able to take my business with me into no dorm. I would not be able to fit all my inventory in a dorm. You know what I'm saying? And the more I kept praying, like, I started feeling led to say yes to the people, to be vice president, to lead. And the more I started feeling that tug, it's almost like it came full circle, like what God was doing. And it's like all of a sudden it made sense. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just felt like, I see what you mean. Like, I see why you've been showing me what you've been showing me. Like, it made sense, it clicked. So fast forward, I'm over here apartment hunting. I ain't never did this in my whole life. Like, I ain't never looked for no apartment. I didn't know what to look for. I just knew what I wanted, and I knew what I had seen in my vision. So I'm over here, my broke self, I'm over here like, okay, well, I need something that has a rent of like $800, $900, like less than $1,000, because I really can't afford more than that. I had a savings account, and I had some money saved up, but I knew that if I got an apartment over like $1,000, that savings would run from me, baby. Like, that savings would be dried up so quick. So I was like, okay, like, if I'm gonna do this, I need a plan. I need to strategize. Like, what are the numbers looking like? Like, I need to run the numbers and see what makes sense. So I'm gonna be like, okay, so numbers that make sense with my budget and what my savings is like $800, $900. Like, anything under $1,000 should be straight for me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, God, like, I'm gonna start looking. So I started looking. I just kept seeing all these like rundown apartments, and the more I kept seeing them, I started feeling really discouraged, because I was like, God, I know you're not gonna move me out to the ghetto. Like, I know you're not gonna move me to no rundown place where I feel unsafe and I feel like, you know, I gotta clutch my purse just walking into my building. I wasn't trying to live that lifestyle. So I was like, God, what's going on? Like, why am I only seeing these type of apartments? And so keep in mind, this is like November, December time, and I was like, I don't know, I guess I'm gonna just wait until God shows me what apartment to move into. I'm trying to get ahead of the game. Like, I'm trying to see where I'm gonna be at, how much I gotta start trying to hustle up to add on what I got. Like, I was trying to plan it out, you know what I'm saying? But one thing about God is, when he gives you a vision, when he gives you like a mission, it's not up to you to plan it, because he already got the plan. He already got the whole layout. He already know all the steps. So me planning, like, I really just wasted my own time. So basically, I remember, I think January had hit, and I told my parents, I was so nervous, y'all. I was so nervous because my parents are Haitian. Like, they don't play that moving out stuff. Women living on their own at a young age, that's very, very abnormal in my culture. So I told my parents, I was like, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, like, God has been telling me that I'm moving, and they over here like, moving, like, what are you talking about, Becca? I was like, God's been showing me vision. I've been seeing moving boxes in my head. Like, I woke up the other day and I heard start packing, like, you're moving, and they over here like, Becca, like, please. Becca, please. They was like, Becca, come on, like, stop playing. And I told them, I was like, I'm not playing. Like, God really told me that I'm moving, and I just want to give y'all a heads up, so when I pack my stuff and go, y'all not confused. Y'all, my parents literally, they was not having it. They was like, if God said that to you, he'll show us too, and you're probably putting in your head that you're moving because you want to move, and it's probably not God, and blase, blase. You know, just being good parents, trying to watch out for your kid. So I was like, okay, you know, I understand that they feel this way, but, you know, they're really just going to have to get with the program, because I'm not about to disobey God and miss out on my blessing and miss out on my purpose and what he has for me. Like, I'm not about to do that. So I just prayed for them and prayed for God to reveal it to them, and that was that. So back to apartment hunting. God, where am I moving to? Like, it's been a couple months, I've been waiting, you not saying nothing. Like, where am I going? Yeah, I'm over here on all these apartment websites. You know how you can filter and type in like what you're looking for, like price range, location, amenities, all of that. So I filtered it out, and I was like, okay, I remember what other stuff I wanted in the apartment, but I remember specifically washer and dryer, and I also was like, it has to be within $800 to $1,000. Like, it can't be more than that. And I just kept looking, nothing, like literally could not find anything. And I was like, God, I feel like I'm missing what you're saying to me. Like, where am I moving to? Like, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not seeing this place? Because it's February and school about to start in August. So I'm over here like, it's maybe 6 months before the school year starts again. So I was like, Lord, I trust you. I've been waiting. I'm not hearing you. So like, what is it that you want me to do? So I prayed that prayer, and literally, I don't know what came over me, y'all. Like, literally, I just jumped up and moved the filter from 800 to 1500. And I moved it, and I was like, huh? It's almost like I wasn't myself. Like, I literally just slid it over, and I was like, that doesn't even make sense for me to be looking at apartments in the 1500 range. Like, I don't have that bread. And lo and behold, as soon as I moved the slider over, this apartment complex that I'm in right now had popped up. And I remember I seen the preview, and I was blown away. I was like, there's no way there's a place this nice in Atlanta that's not costing like $2,000 for a room. Like, there's no way, because in Atlanta everything's so expensive. If you want a nice, like, even a 1-bedroom, you're paying more so towards like $1,800, $2,000. So like, there's no way it's apartments in this area for like $1,500. But I see my apartment complex, and it looked real fancy, real luxury, real nice. It looked like everything that I like. Okay, the finer things in life. That's what it was giving. So I was like, okay, like, I want to tour this place. Like, I want to tour this place. I want to go in person, and when I go in person, then I'm going to see how I feel. Like, I'm going to see if I feel like God is pulling me there, or if I'm not supposed to be there. So I booked a tour. I told my parents I'm going apartment hunting. I came out here, y'all, and I met the nicest lady. She was giving me the tour. Her name was Christina. I still remember her like the back of my hand. She was so nice. She was so enthusiastic. She really sold this place. She really did. So I met Christina, and I told her what I was looking for and the price range I was looking for. And she just kind of walked me through the building. She showed me this beautiful garden area, and I was in love. Like, as soon as I seen the garden, I was like, why is this giving Garden of Eden vibes? Like, it's giving like God's creation, like beautiful scenery. It was just giving, y'all. It was really, really nice. And I remember when she showed me the apartment above the place, it was so beautiful, because as soon as you walked out onto the balcony, you heard the waterfall. It was a fountain, and you just heard like the water falling down on the fountain. It was so relaxing. It was so peaceful. I was like, wow, like this place is really blowing my mind. So she walked me through some more like layouts and floor plans, and I told her I was looking for a 1-bedroom, but I also would need space for my inventory. And I felt like, you know, I was kind of asking for her judgment, like, does she think that I should get a 2-bedroom so I could have more room, or does she think I should just aim for like a bigger 1-bedroom so I could transform it into like a half, you know what I'm saying, half office space, half bedroom? Like, I was just asking for her judgment, and she told me, she was like, girl, you know we offer storage here. I was like, what? Because I ain't never heard of no apartment building offering storage units. Like, that blew me. I was like, storage? Like, how y'all offering storage? She was like, yeah, on every floor we have storage units available for you guys. She was like, you know, you can use one of them and just get a 1-bedroom, because the storage units started at $35 a month. And I was like, what? Because I don't know why, when she said that, it just hit me like, yo, this place is for me. Like, they have everything that I need here. Like, for my business, they have everything. Like, it just seemed like it was catered to me. And I told her, I was like, okay, you know, that sounds good. And I told her, like, I really wasn't trying to hit $1,500, but, you know, I understood that their pricing, that's kind of where it was around. And she told me, like, yeah, you know, the cheapest apartment they had was literally $1,555. And after that, all the other apartments skyrocketed up to $1,800. And I was like, girl, like, can I get the $1,500 one? Like, you know, can you make that happen? And, you know, in this area, things go by really fast. So she told me, like, she'll try her best, but there was no promises. And so I left the place feeling like this is the place for me. And I just kind of gave it up to God. I was like, Lord, I believe that I didn't tour this place for no reason. Like, I really felt like this place is where you have called me to be. Like, I felt like this is the one. So I'm gonna leave it up to you. Whatever you want to do. If this is the place, you'll make a way for me. If it's not the place, then I'm gonna just keep looking, keep moving according to your word and what I feel like you're guiding me to. So literally, fast forward, the leasing agent, she called me and she was like, Rebecca. I was like, what's up, girl? She was like, we got a brand new apartment that just hit the market. Like, it literally just got finished remodeling. They just finished remodeling the unit, and it's priced at 14 something. I was like, what? Because she told me, like, the average spot in this building is like $1,600. You could find one for $1,500, but most of them are more so priced up towards the $1,800, $2,000 range. So when she said $1,400, I was like, what? Like, girl, can you get me that? And she told me, she's like, girl, it's so much better than the one I showed you. This one has high ceilings. It has super tall doors. It has all these different benefits that the other one she showed me that I fell in love with didn't even have. And I was like, what? And she's like, and it's freshly remodeled. Like, nobody's lived in this unit since it's been remodeled. Like, it would literally be like brand new. And I told her, I was like, girl, I want that apartment. Like, can you put my name down? You know, what can you make it happen? Like, what's up? And she told me, she's like, girl, like, the news just broke out in the office and everybody's trying to get their people in. You know, it's all these. And I told her I didn't really have the money, like, right then and there, because she was talking about, like, security deposit and first month's rent. And my bank account was looking real dry. I don't know what happened from November to February, but your girl, all her bread like flew out the window. So I told her, like, I didn't really know, I needed more time to come with the money. And so she told me that she would put my name down and she would reserve it for me, and she would just try her best to hold it for me. So fast forward, y'all, I come up here and I have the check in the amount that they needed. This woman told me that the apartment was mine, that she saved it for me, that she was able to put my name down, and that all they needed was the check and I could move in first thing June. And I was so blown. I was like, there's no way, like, this super hyped up apartment that she over here talking about some, you know, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to reserve it, like all these things, especially going from the apartment unit she showed me to this brand new remodeled unit. Like, I was blown, and I just really felt like that was the grace of God. So fast forward to now, y'all, your girl just graduated, so I'm about to be moving back to my parents' home. But I just wanted to come on here and share my testimony because I've been in this apartment for 10 months now. I finished my whole senior year in this apartment. I gave every cent that I had to these people to move in here as a security deposit. And God has kept me month after month in this apartment. There were months, y'all, when I didn't know how I was gonna pay my rent, but God came through for me, like randomly. So out the blue, like it would just fall into my bank account, or they would just hit me up like, oh, you know, we're extending the time for you. Y'all, it's so many blessings that I've had since I moved to this apartment. And it just really motivates me and it inspires me to keep going, because when God tells you to do something, it doesn't matter the hows, the whys, it doesn't matter like what's attached to it. You don't have to sit there and try to figure out the plan. He already has the plan. All you got to do is say yes. Like, how crazy is that all you have to do is say yes and everything else is taken care of? Yeah, so that's my testimony. I wanted to share it with y'all. Hopefully it encourages you guys. Hopefully it lights up a fire in you to just do what God has been putting on your heart to do, that you feel looks impossible or you feel like it looks bigger than you. That's about it for the video, y'all. Stay tuned for the next video. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it's gonna be fire, because y'all already know I only bring fire content to y'all. Do y'all like my hair? My friend installed it. Her name's Taylor. I'll leave her link in the description so y'all could book my sis. She's based in Atlanta and she has a spot in Gwinnett, so you have 2 locations to choose from. So support my friend. Let me know how you feel about the video. Let me know how you feel about my channel. Let me know what you want to see more of. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, y'all.